This review is brought to you by absolutely no one. We have no sponsors and no one cares. Hey guys, and welcome back to another Movie Mates video. I'm here with my wonderful co-host,
Callum.
Today
And you are?
I'm Matthew.
Great.
Just in case the subs forgot.
Yeah.
Today we're going to be discussing a new movie that was just released.
Men in Black International.
Yeah, so do you have any thoughts on the franchise in general?
I've never seen a Men in Black film, so I have absolutely no thoughts on the franchise.
I have just seen the third one, and I love it. It's one of my favorite time travel movies of all time.
Was that a recent rewatch? I know you'd.
I
seen it
rewatch it like maybe once a year just because.
Really?
Yeah, I really like it.
I thought it was critically panned, wasn't it?
It gets a lot of hate, but I do enjoy it.
We'll talk about it on a future
We
episode.
We will.
We're planning a Men in Black episode for a few months down the line.
Yeah.
So do you want to just get into it?
Yeah. So
we're going non-spoilers right now. This will be a non-spoiler and then spoiler review.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen the film, listen to the non-spoiler section and then return once you've seen it.
Exactly. So do you want to take us away with any opening thoughts you have, dude?
No.
No. Okay.
My notes are split into spoilers and non-spoilers. So and Matthew's are in positives and negatives. So what's your first non-spoilery positive?
I think the score is excellent. It
Okay.
reintroduces the score from Men in Black 3, and I assume Men in Black 1 and 2. I haven't seen them.
You haven't?
No.
Okay.
Tessa Thompson gives a fantastic performance.
I was so surprised that she's the main character of the film.
Me too. I thought it was Chris
I hadn't
Hemsworth.
seen a single trailer, but I saw 10 seconds of one clip and it was of Chris Hemsworth. So I thought he was going to be the main character and I was completely surprised.
Tessa Thompson's fantastic, I think.
She is,
This is
yeah.
probably from what I've seen Creed. She's excellent. Thor Ragnarok, she's good.
Yeah.
And Endgame, she's not really
She's
in it
barely in
enough.
it, yeah.
So this is probably the best movie I've seen her in.
Yeah.
One character I didn't like was Chris Hemsworth. This is the worst movie I've ever seen him in.
Can I just say, Matthew turned to me after having seen this film, and I thought he said this is the greatest film I've ever seen, and it turns out he said shittest.
Yeah, it's probably not the worst I've seen looking back, but I really don't like this movie. Chris Hemsworth is. I'm sick of him being the butt of jokes in films. I saw it in Endgame and I had my fill of it, and here it was taken to an extreme. Like
He always plays like the beautiful dummy.
That is annoying
his
because
character.
like the way I think this is probably because we've seen him so much in MCU and he was a serious character.
Yeah.
But here he's just the butt of the jokes, and I really don't like it. And they portray him as like the best agent they've ever had, but then it ends up
totally
he's an idiot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if that was intentional. If it was, then it was a good performance.
I think it was, and we can talk about that in the spoilers because I think that is intentional, but still overdone because we've seen it too many times.
My last non-spoilery positive is the set design. I think the set design is fantastic.
Yeah,
It really feels like this is a world and a contained world.
Yeah.
Even though, some of the aliens that they introduce, I'm just not a fan of, just because there's so many of them.
I had a couple of positives. What did you think of Kumail Nanjiani as Pawnee? I thought he was probably the funniest character in the film.
I thought he was. Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was okay.
Although, I thought that CGI design of that character was quite nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
We'll get on to the CGI in a moment.
Any other points for
positive?
non-spoilers?
I know that Agent H was kind of a generic Chris Hemsworth portrayal, but I really enjoyed the chemistry between him and M.
Yeah, definitely.
So that I find that to be a positive.
Okay.
I think they were funny together. There's a scene where they're in the desert and it's kind of just the two of them, and I think they both shine comedically there.
One thing that worries me for Chris Hemsworth is, like, is he going to be like The Rock, whereas he's oversaturated and he's in everything? Like, I don't want him just playing the same unfunny, or as you put, what did you say, like, hilarious idiot? No,
beautiful dummy.
Beautiful dummy.
Yeah.
I don't want that just to be what he's known for, because he is a good actor, but in this movie, I just think his performance is terrible, in my opinion. That's just me.
Okay, we'll get onto that further in spoilers. But do you want to move over to negatives?
Yeah. For anyone expecting like a really good villain, I wouldn't, because it's really bad.
Yeah.
This is just my opinion. I have notes here saying I had no idea what was going on just because there's so many alien species with complicated names introduced, and I was lost. And then leading from that,
I have a lot of notes to just say that alien.
Yeah,
I don't remember the name.
Like this is for me. There's so many needless plot points that are connections to the other films.
Well, I mean, it's intended as a soft reboot, but don't go in expecting cameos.
No.
So I'll say that.
There are some scenes which are really forgettable for me. Like and stuff, and
that seems to be quite universally thought.
My biggest complaint with the film is that it's a really slow burn and there's no stakes. That's really my generic thoughts on it.
Yeah, I mean, they do constantly say, this is the end of the world, we're saving the world, and
it doesn't seem like that big a deal.
It appears, every battle that they have, it's one or two aliens, and it doesn't seem like a world-ending threat. This is my opinion. Like, if it was a world-ending threat, then where's Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones? Yeah.
Like, and then...
Let's just say dead.
Super
dead.
Yeah. Do you have any thoughts, buddy?
Negatives was questionable CGI for 2019.
Yeah, some of it's
quite
some
poor.
of it's very poor. Not Black Panther bad, but
no,
bad.
But there's one alien that they're taking out for a good time in a bar, and that alien design is very poor.
A lot of screen time as well for this character.
Yeah, and it's very poor.
Yeah.
I thought some of the alien design was unique, but still not well executed with CGI.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any final thoughts?
I just thought the jokes were really bad. Like, obviously there wasn't that many people in
Fell flat for you?
There
was 5 people in our cinema.
There was only 5 people in our cinema, there was about 2 10-year-old children, but I was expecting maybe a few, like, laugh out loud moments or something. There was none.
Fair enough.
But, I mean, maybe if there was more people in the cinema, there would be more laugh out loud moments. Just for me, there was not one moment, like, maybe like one moment where I bust a smile or something.
Yeah.
But
I chuckled a few times and just looked at you stone-faced.
Yeah. Do you want to move on? Are we getting of ratings, or did you have any concluding thoughts?
I just wanted to ask. I know you didn't like the film, but did you have fun with it?
No, I really don't. There's some like moments where, like, it's a fun scene, but there's one scene in particular, I'll get into spoilers, where it was diabolical filmmaking. Honestly, like, I hated it so much.
Okay. I think we are thinking of the same one, but we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, those are all my thoughts on the non-spoiler section. I had a really fun time with the film. I wouldn't say it was great, but I was surprised that you thought it was so terrible.
I don't want to make it feel like my opinion's universal. Obviously, I'm really happy that you enjoyed it, and it's okay to enjoy it.
Really, I hated you for enjoying Avengers Endgame because I was so jealous because I wanted to enjoy it.
No, I'm really happy that you enjoyed it, and of course, people go to the movies to enjoy them. But for me, it just didn't hit that note for me.
So, what rating would you give it?
4.
Really?
You're really bad.
I'd give it a 7. It's somewhere between sort of mediocre and great, so I'd give it a good rating. Solid 7. Did I say 6 or 7?
7.
Solid 7. So that's us done with the non-spoiler discussion. So we'll move on to spoilers now. So if you haven't seen the film, turn off now, or if you don't care, continue. We're just here for the views.
We are.
But come back if you're waiting on hearing the spoiler section. So, would you like to jump into your positives?
Okay, positives. There's one character called Agent C, who is portrayed out to be a mole in Men in Black, but I think his character's great.
He's a bit too smarmy for me.
Yeah.
Because I know that Agent H is a bit inept, but I don't think he deserved to be criticized as heavily.
Okay.
Because he's still a successful agent despite being, stupid.
Yeah. There are definitely some scenes with Agent H that go on way too long. You know, the one where he's fallen asleep? I was just like, it's the most unfunny cliche joke you can have.
I don't remember that.
You know the scene where he's sleeping.
Kind of shows that it's a bit forgettable, but I don't remember that.
I have Emma Thompson as Agent O. Fantastic. I love that callback.
She's barely in it.
She's barely in it, but I
haven't seen Men in Black 3, so I didn't realise that was a returning character. Yeah. But she's in it for about 3 minutes.
And the only other positive I have is the Agent J and Agent K painting. That's the only callback to Will Smith.
There's no
and Tommy
cameo.
Jones.
A painting,
and it doesn't even zoom in. It just zooms in on the other painting, which is Liam Neeson and Chris Hemsworth. I don't have any notes on Liam Neeson, but I think it's just Liam Neeson, isn't it? I mean, it's a good performance because he's a good actor.
Yeah.
There's nothing special.
I mean, I don't have negatives as such and positives, but I will put forth the point. I was glad that they called back to the alien that Agent M had saved at the start.
Okay.
Because I was waiting for that thread to be tied up for the whole movie.
Okay.
But do you want to give your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I just thought like this was like a lesser so, but I just think the way they call back things and then play it for a 2-minute gag and they show it to be important. Like for example, the scene that I was talking about that was diabolical. I don't know. I don't think it's the same scene you're thinking of, but it's the scene when they're in the club.
No.
And then and also the scene at the fortified fortress.
Yeah.
I think wasn't a fan of that.
Which was the diabolical scene?
The one at the club. I was just like,
why was that?
Okay, the music. I know it's a club, but the music was terrible. The lighting was terrible. The effects in that alien were atrocious.
They were, yeah.
I had absolutely no idea what was going on. Chris Hemsworth
is a pimp.
Chris Hemsworth is really unfunny, and just I don't know. I just really didn't like that scene.
Okay.
And also, there's like a 2-minute montage of the villains dancing. I was just like, what is this?
Oh, that was really weird. Like they're just like snapped bones dancing. But I'll put forth to you. We talked about this in the non-spoiler section. Okay. Chris Hemsworth being inept. We found out in the end that he had been neuralized when he went on the 2016 Paris mission. Do you think that perhaps is why he's acting in that manner?
Yeah.
I think that was what they were trying to allude to, but it probably went too far in the other direction. I
think it was a bit the mole and things.
Let's talk 100%. This and Detective Pikachu. I was not surprised at all that it was Liam Neeson whatsoever.
Yeah.
Were you at all?
No.
Like they were trying to make it seem like it was
Agent C. Yeah.
They were like, is it H? Is it C? No,
it's
of course it's
tea.
Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
High tea. I thought he said like, iced tea. And I was like, you're gonna throw a rap out. But no, I hated that element of the film.
I think the worst criticism for me is that it's just such a slow burn. It's just so boring for me, and some scenes are so forgettable, and I think there's only so much you can do with Men in Black, to be honest, because it's so similar to other genres. As in, well, it's not really a genre itself, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, there's only so much. I think even they played the neuralizer a bit much.
Yeah.
Like, and for the main plot point to be, like a gizmo that's found 30 minutes into the movie given to Agent M by a horrendous CGI monster. I was just like, this film's not for me. But that's not to say that, like, people can enjoy it, but it just wasn't my taste.
But what I wondered was, the alien that gave her the gadget, he said that he thought he couldn't trust Agent H because he had changed. But why does that make him untrustworthy? Just because he doesn't just because he doesn't remember one mission.
I know, yeah.
Also, being neuralized makes you completely forget something. But why was High T able to like program in that sentence that he kept saying? So, he made him forget the mission, but also convinced him
that
the mission took place and was successful. Also, they kept saying in the final battle, "Oh, he's still in there." Was he like in collusion with the aliens, or had he been taken over by the aliens?
That's what I mean. Like,
had he been like
I wasn't made
possessed
clear.
by an
was
alien?
Agent T like Agent T before, and the Hive possessed him, or was he the Hive the whole time? I don't know.
I think it was him and Agent H went on the mission, and then
the Hive were in cohorts with him.
And no, I think that the Hive possessed him, but I didn't get that until the final battle where he literally became like a huge, disgusting monster.
Yeah.
It looked awful.
It did. Yeah.
It did look awful.
Yeah. Probably the best scene in the movie is the desert scene. It's, as you said, that's a really
I quite like that
human moment.
Yeah.
For the characters.
I enjoyed I found interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
And her third arm that came out of her back.
Yeah, I thought that was strange though, because there's definitely no room for that arm in there.
Oh, in her dress.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it.
One gag I quite liked was the alien attached to the beard.
Yeah,
it was weird though.
Was the guy himself an alien because his head didn't look like the right size?
Yeah, I don't know, but it's just I don't know why, like they just couldn't have a Will Smith cameo or something, like.
Scheduling conflicts, or probably couldn't afford it.
I know, but it's just, or even Tommy Lee. I know Tommy Lee is quite old,
like super dead.
He is old.
He is very old.
But yeah, I mean, I just have a very forgetful film for me. One, I like the Thor reference.
I don't even think it was intentional, but yeah, he picks up a hammer, and I found that a funny moment, but I don't think that's intentional.
You don't?
I don't.
I think See, it makes it worse if it isn't intentional.
Yeah, because then they didn't even effectively pull off a joke.
Yeah, but I mean,
So you had no fun with the film?
it was no,
No.
It's not the worst movie I've ever seen.
Is it the worst movie you've seen this year?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Last 5 years.
Oh my
Worst
god.
film I've seen in the
I
last
can't
5 years.
believe this.
I just don't like it. I mean, I wanted to like it because I really like Men in Black 3, but Men in Black 3 is like a masterpiece compared to this, in my opinion. Like, I trust Chris Hemsworth can, like, he is a very talented actor, I know he is, but in this movie...
I thought
so
him and
unfunny.
Tessa Thompson carried the film, but then you think he did
Tessa Thompson
he was
carried
great.
it, in my... Yeah. Tessa Thompson was fantastic.
I think if she wasn't the main character, the film wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, no.
Like, if the film had started with that scene where he's gambling and then he has sex with the alien, if that had been the opening to the film and the film had been from his perspective, I think it would have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
So I think the fact that they
the
had
CGI
her...
in those aliens were really bad.
Yeah. I think the fact that they had her as the point of view character carried the film.
Oh no, like, I really like Tessa Thompson in this,
Yeah.
but...
I was surprised that the film ended with her leaving that branch. It kind of
I like
shuts
that.
off...
I like that though. It shuts off Chris Hemsworth's character, doesn't it? Unless they do.
Or the
like,
possibility for a sequel. Like, if the two of them are going to team up, it's going to seem very contrived.
Do you think there will be a sequel to this?
No, not with the critical response. It has 24% on Rotten Tomatoes at the moment.
I was gonna say if they were gonna do a sequel, I suppose they were setting it up with Pawnee and Chris Hemsworth because they're together now.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
No.
Because
It felt really strange.
if he was so loyal to his queen, he would want to stay with her.
Yeah.
I would think.
Yeah.
Also, I like the dynamic between the two of them, so I was surprised she was willing to let him go.
Yeah, yeah. Also, like, they never explain how that bearded alien gets in the water bottle and like he has a jetpack and
Yeah.
also like
What do you mean, like
that you know the bearded alien steals the
yeah,
gizmo and gives it to
Yeah.
Riza or whatever her name is.
Rizzo, yeah.
Like, is that alien ever seen again? No.
No, but he was his boss, who he was on the face of, popped him in the water bottle that he gave to Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Like, do you remember he was like, "It's hot outside."
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
then handed him
Fair
the water
enough,
bottle.
fair enough. I'll probably cut that part out.
Yeah, fair enough.
Or maybe might leave it in.
No,
Yeah. Do you have any concluding thoughts on it?
I do not.
No.
No,
No, I guess I don't either. So I'd give it a 4. Callums, you said
I give it a 7.
7.
A solid 7.
Okay. So yeah, conclude our episode for today. Mini review.
Yes.
Another mini review.
If you did just decide to listen to this part, we didn't go into huge spoilers, so I think you can still see the film, and I would 100% recommend it.
Yeah. I mean, it's
a fun time.
Just to say it wasn't for my taste doesn't mean it's not for everyone's taste, of course.
If you like a fun alien romp,
yeah, sure.
I enjoyed it.
It's certainly like it's a film that I would have in the background.
Sure.
But it's not that you can enjoy it. I mean, I can see why people would
Yeah.
enjoy it. Yeah, that concludes us for today. We're
Yeah.
going to be doing a Toy Story trilogy review before
Yes.
Toy Story 4.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, we'll be doing Far From Home mini review in July.
Oh no, full review, my friend.
Full review? Podcast? Okay. So that'll be a podcast. And then we're going to be doing this probably will be the longest episode yet, a Spider-Man franchise review.
Yes.
Review, but it'll be in the form of a podcast. So expect that to be 2 hours plus, I would say.
I would say.
Because we have a lot to say about Spider-Man 3 and just the Raimi trilogy in general.
Yes.
So have we got any other plans, or is that basically us through like July?
That's us for the foreseeable future.
Okay.
So we hope that you enjoyed this episode and go on to enjoy those episodes.
Yeah.
So if you want to leave a like, subscribe, recommend to your friends.
Yeah.
We're all about that subscriber count.
And the views.
We got to 17 the other day. We were
Ecstatic.
elated. Bit sad, but it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. Recommend to your friends. We're hoping to hit maybe 20.
Maybe 20. Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
No, but as always, thanks guys for watching. We really do appreciate it, and be sure to check out Men in Black because it looks like it needs the help.
Yeah.
All right, guys.